Let's go. Good evening, fans, and welcome to this special edition of the Heartland Highlight Reel for January the 3rd, 2026. As tonight we present the 2025 year-end awards in the Heartland. It was a big year in the Heartland indeed. Lots of exciting action from start to finish. And let's jump right into the awards. It looks like in the year 2025, we started with card number 1337. So that means we got 72 shows in 2025 plus the pay-per-views. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pay-per-views. So a total of 80 shows took place in the Heartland in 2025. So we had lots of great action and some tough decisions that had to be made with regards to the year-end awards. So let us jump right into that. The 2025 winners of our special events, thinking back to January the 1st of 2025, Hercules Hernandez, a wild card entry, came up big and won the Buckeye Bowl, believe it or not. The ladder match winner was Kevin Steen, and Steen parlayed that into a very successful run. 2025 was a kind of a wild year for Kevin Steen. He was back and forth from babyface, from heel to babyface, and did a lot of things along the way. Let's see, and if we do a search on Steen, let's see, Steen had a run as NWA World Heavyweight Champion this year from August the 9th through September 13th, trading that belt back and forth with Pat Patterson. Steen also had a run with the Lone Star Heavyweight Championship from February the 19th through August 9th, and that is what propelled him into his World Championship run. So big year for Kevin Steen, and his victory in the ladder match was one of many highlights for Kevin Steen in 2025. We just finished our Filsinger Cup tournaments, as you may recall, and in both instances, the reigning tag team champions won the Filsinger Cup. In the ladies bracket, it was Tasha Steeles and Big Swole, with their big win over the team of Pretty Empowered, Kenzie Page and Ella Envy, as they were the only two teams to hold the titles in 2025, right up until the bitter end. On the final show of 2025, in case you missed it, Tasha Steeles and Big Swole lost the tag team championship to the team of MK Ultra, Masha Slamovich, and Killer Kelly. But yeah, big year in 2025 for Tasha Steeles and Big Swole, as they held the Heartland Ladies Tag Team Championship for most of the year, minus that one brief interlude where the team of Pretty Empowered was able to capture the belts for a period of, 1 month. March 22nd through April 26th. So yeah, Big Swole and Tasha Steeles had a championship reign of nearly 15 months, actually nearly 16 months, interrupted briefly by Pretty Empowered, and then came to an end earlier this week at the hands of MK Ultra. The Midnight Express, what a year it was for them, winning the Filsinger Cup. They have been NWA Tag Team Champions since February the 8th of 2025. And that is their second run with the belts. They held the belts for the latter half of 2024 as well, before the Steiner brothers took the titles for a period of about 3 months in between. So the Midnight Express, Tasha Steelz, and Big Swole, your Filsinger Cup winners for 2025. Mickie James came up big in 2025 to win the Ladies Filsinger Cup in somewhat controversial fashion. Controversial because the reigning Heartland Ladies Champion, Jordan Grace, who was heavily favored to win the Filsinger Cup, lost a match by disqualification to Mickie James, and that set the stage for Mickie to pick up the Filsinger Cup in a tournament final victory over Christina Von Eerie. And the Filsinger Cup men's winner for 2025, of course, Buddy Rogers. Very impressive run for Buddy Rogers, with victories over the likes of Randy Savage, Johnny Valentine in the final. Ric Flair also fell to Buddy Rogers, as did Tony Atlas. So a magnificent run for Buddy Rogers, and he is next in line for a world title shot as a result of his victory. So he'll be facing Pat Patterson, the reigning world champion, at our January pay-per-view. So those were your big match winners for 2025. Let's get on to the year-end awards. The match of the year took place at Digital to Dice Con. The championship final between Kevin Steen and Kurt Angle. Kevin Steen winning that match with a package pile driver. It was a great match. We had a lot of great matches this year, but I chose that one as the win because it was, and forget the 2024 Dawn of Destiny, that was left over from the previous year's slide. It was digitaltodice.com tournament in May of 2025. Lots of guys involved in that tournament. Lots of great guys from the Digital to Dice Con crowd. Derek Jones was involved in that. Phil Rea was involved in that. Dave Gardner got some rolls in, and in the end, it came down to Steen and Angle, and the win went to Steen with the package pile driver. So based on the momentous nature of that match taking place at Digital to Dice Con, that gets your award for the 2025 match of the year. The feud of the year. A lot of great feuds this year. But the main feud of this year was Ron Garvin and Dan Severn, who individually and collectively took the fight to Jimmy Hart's faction of Whatever We Want. And Jimmy Hart threw everything but the kitchen sink at Severn and Garvin. Arn Anderson was involved. Brock Anderson got involved. Ole Anderson, of course. Shane Douglas had a match in there. And no matter what Jimmy Hart tried, he just could not put Garvin and Severn to rest. And that battle continues even to today. Dan Severn, now one of the most popular men in the Heartland. Not only has he been battling the men of Jimmy Hart, he also picked up a victory over Don Morocco to win the Lone Star Heavyweight Championship. So a big year indeed for Dan Severn, and his presence in the feud of the year would have to be evidence of the popularity that he has gained in the Heartland. No surprise here, Ladies Tag Team of the Year. We've talked about them. Tasha Steelz, Big Swole, held the belts from the beginning of the year through the very last show before losing the belts, and just simply dominated the standings from the beginning. Likewise, the Tag Team of the Year on the men's side, the Midnight Express, NWA World Tag Team Champions for almost all of 2025, minus a brief swap of the belts with the Steiner brothers. But these are your winners of the Tag Team of the Year. Also, no surprise for Ladies Wrestler of the Year, Jordynne Grace. Jordynne Grace has dominated Heartland Ladies Wrestling. And in fact, she held the belt from October 26th of 2024 up until that final show of 2025. So a 14-month reign at the top for Jordynne Grace before the upset loss, controversial fashion, to Portia Perez on our last televised broadcast 1 week ago in Heartland Ladies Wrestling at the end of the year hype show. Proud to be awesome. So Jordynne Grace, your Ladies Wrestler of the Year. And once again, no surprise for the Men's Wrestler of the Year. 2025, a year of dominant champions. And your dominant champion on the men's side, Pat Patterson. Pat Patterson, your NWA World Heavyweight Champion. Had a briefly lost the title to Kevin Steen, but has been champion from November 16th of 2024 through August of 25, regained the belt in September of 25, and continues to hold that title until this day, with Buddy Rogers right on his heels looking at the title shot. So those are your Heartland Championship Wrestling Award winners for the year 2025. 2026 is already underway. Just 2 days ago, on New Year's Day, the 2026 Buckeye Bowl was held. Our tributes to the Royal Rumble took place on Thursday. The results have been compiled but not yet announced. If you stay tuned to the channel tomorrow, I will have another episode of the Heartland Highlight Reel where we will announce the winners of the Buckeye Bowl for 2026, as well as getting updates from around the Filsinger Games universe. But that is it for today, and that is it. That wraps up 2025. Thank you to everybody who participated in the Filsinger Games message board, on the Facebook board, attending the chats and the live events that took place here from the Dave Cave. It was a lot of fun in 2025, and we're looking forward to another fun year in 2026. And that's our show, and I am out of here.